Hi Gemini, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another Love Bite. Gemini, let's see what are the messages for you now. And a warm welcome back to all my subscribers. Welcome in newcomers. Gemini Spirit. Alright, Gemini, 3 cards for the first person. King of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Second person, 2 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Mutual energies, strength, death, and the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of my deck, I have the 7 of Cups. Somebody is confused, or maybe they're sitting in fantasy land. I think this person, no, I don't think they're in fantasy land. They want to talk. They want to clear the air. They want to come out of this confusion in their head. They want to stop overthinking. They're trying to find out maybe if the other person is still available. They're hoping the other person hasn't given their cup of love to anyone else. I hope there are no other options. The other person says, yeah, but this connection ended a long time ago, Omkaratarot. I've released this connection already. I was hoping that they would take action, but I don't think they'll ever have the courage to do that. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to clarify all these cards for you, Gemini. But before that, let's start with some dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be. And then we'll do the clarification and also your mutual energies. So Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Gemini and their person, Spirit. If they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Gemini and their person, Spirit. Okay, we'll take just a few more from a third deck, Gemini, and then start the reading. Gemini and their person, Spirit. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Gemini, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here says, I'm healing from deep trauma after losing you in the physical world. On reflection, I realized my inability to put myself first let me down. But as you're my mirror, I feel I ultimately let you down. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there for you when you needed me the most. I didn't know how to make myself a priority, and in not doing so, I lost the biggest part of me, you. The love that I have for you is a deep reflection of the love that I have for myself. I found all the fragmented, broken pieces of myself when I met you. You mirrored my wounds so that I could look deep inside of myself and heal from within. The connection can feel out of balance when I try to reassure or overgive to you. I realized that I have to give to myself, and that then you will master self-love. So both of you, I think, helped the other person to learn a very important lesson. Okay, third card says, I get so triggered seeing you do things for the karmic that I want you to do for me. It pisses me off because we should be together. Why are you wasting time for? I've told my family about you. I hope I haven't lost you. You deserved better than anything I could offer. I know I'm the one to blame. You should be here. I feel stuck. Let me start over with you. I want to be intimate with you. All right, so these were some of your messages, Gemini. If these were resonating with your storyline, let's start the reading. I'm going to first focus on the first line, which is person A for me. Then we'll move to the second line, person B. You could be either one of them, Gemini, and these are not gender-based. All right, so person A, how are you feeling right now? Tell me, you've come to some aha moment, some clarity in your mind. What is that you want to share with us? King of Swords. Yeah, that they want to start a brand new chapter. I think they've also figured out why they lost this connection in the first place. Maybe they were not ready for commitment. Maybe they realized they disrespected their person. It's like, how do I have a brand new chapter now? This person has been thinking, they've been overthinking, they've been stressing about it. But the good part is that they have come to a major clarity in their mind. Yeah, they've done a lot of inner work on themselves. My God, this person has reflected, thought, they've figured certain things out, and now they do want to come out of this stress and anxiety, and they're really hoping that they haven't lost that love. They're hoping the other person hasn't given their heart to somebody else. I hope I haven't lost that cup of love. If only I can just make them forget about the past. We can have a Two of Cups together. I want to make them forget everything that happened so that we can have a brand new beginning. I think they're looking at their future now and imagining what it would be like. Yeah, they feel their indecision cost them very big. I think this person was not able to make up their mind, or they were keeping their options open. Now they feel they've lost out on their biggest wish. They have now figured it out. I think now this person has figured out that no other option works for me. That's the only cup I want. I made the wrong decision when I had the right person, I made the wrong choice. Then Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they're very embarrassed, very ashamed. They were offered a big cup of love. They were offered a huge cup of love and they turned it down. This person is very embarrassed and very ashamed right now, and maybe that's the reason this person is in their reflection mode but maybe hasn't reached out. Maybe they don't have the courage. I don't know. Yeah, they feel that they look like a loser now. After all the mind games they played, this person could have been very egoistic or prideful, or my way or the highway. Now they feel, oh my God, I look like such a loser to say, hey, now I want your love. What if I don't get it back? What if they've shut the door on me? It's like they're scared to ask now. Okay, so person B, what about you? How are you feeling currently regarding this? You have the Two of Cups in reverse, which tells me you've accepted that this is over. There is no love here. Yeah, they never made the choice. Person B says the love is lost. I mean, if this was any kind of a soulmate connection, I learned my lesson, but it's over for me because they never made that ultimate choice. So I did the next best right thing for myself. I took my energy back. I pulled back from them. I started focusing on my work. I started focusing on other things. I've released any hope that they would return back. Yes, I've accepted my life now as a single individual. I'm single, I'm independent, I'm focused on my work, right? So because they kept me very imbalanced, they never chose me, they never made the choice. Then what's the King of Wands? King of Wands. I think person B for a while was hoping. They were hoping that the other person would take action. I think they did find person A very attractive, or they felt good in person A's energy at one point. They were hoping that sooner or later they will take action, they will understand who I am to them, they will choose me over everybody else. But right now they could be very upset and very angry, saying no, or maybe that was just an illusion in my mind. I was dealing with some kind of a trickster energy. And they never even forget offering me a cup of love or choosing me. They didn't even apologize to me. So I think person B is dropping this connection once and for all. I'm giving up. I'm not going to hold all the emotional weight on my shoulders. So then mutual energies and spirit. For the first person, yeah, like I said, they don't have the courage. They don't have the courage right now, and they are standing at crossroads, trying to figure out what to do, feeling impatient, feeling scattered. They have learnt a very valuable lesson. They have grown. That much I can tell you. They have grown. This person does want to fight for the connection. They want to come back and prove they've changed. They are really hoping that there is a window of opportunity and this chapter isn't totally over. They are still hoping that things can still move in a positive direction, and this happiness can happen even now. Tell me about this death in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they want to rebuild. They're trying to figure out a way to not just to rebuild, but also unbreak that person's heart. They've now recognized that I can't find a better cup than them. That was that biggest cup that the universe gifted to me. I can never replace this person ever in my life. They are the best of the best. Now this person is trying to figure out a way to reconcile. They're probably thinking now maybe I should take my cup of love to them, and not just a cup of love, but also a stable offer with it. I mean, all three aces, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. They don't want to have a missed opportunity now that they figured it out. Okay, so person B, what about you? What do these three cards mean for you? Person B says, no, they'll never have the courage. They never had it ever. So I'm not even waiting around for them anymore. In fact, we're not even communicating right now. I'm not even talking to them anymore. I'm not waiting for them to make me feel as if I'm not good enough for them. I've long since released this connection because all they gave me was a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. From what I remember of them, Omkaratarot, this person was only thinking about themselves. They were selfish, they were self-centered, they were rude, they were mean. It was all about them and what they wanted. So I used my own intuition and I've gone silent on them, yes, because all they did was sweet talk me and give me a broken heart. They broke my heart big time. I don't think this person will ever change their ways, and that's the reason I'm allowing the universe to take me wherever next I'm supposed to go. I don't want to go back to a connection which was full of anxiety and trouble and no commitment. For me, this is over. This soulmate bond is over. So that's the reason I think person B is trying to now just go with the flow, move on with their life. They feel they were emotionally not satisfied. Yes, I did love them, but they never opened up their emotions to me. It was hot and cold behavior. I'm walking away from all that. So tell me about the Seven of Cups. What's the Seven of Cups as the overall energy spirit for Gemini's reading? This could be person B who's not waiting around anymore. They're not expecting person A to come back with a love offer or anything like that. It's like, yeah, I don't want a connection which is only passion and nothing else. I might as well check out other options now, see what else is out there. I don't want, I think person B has kind of told themselves that this was a karmic or a, toxic situation, and they should now move towards finding happiness by themselves, and that they're doing by, I think, keeping themselves protected and, guarding their energy and not, repeating the same mistakes. So that's what I have for you. Till next time then, Gemini, love and light. Take care. Namaste.